trying to get her on for a while. So today's podcast is we're going to talk about like how she does it, because Mitsie is like, she's my youngest sister, but she also has so much on her plate, and we live complete opposite lives. So I think there's a lot I can learn from her, which I'm learning. So tell me a little bit about you, Mitsie.
I am a wife of 14 years. I'm a mom to 2 boys and a little girl. So I'm a mom of 3 and 2 if you count my fur babies. But I run my own business. I volunteer at the kids' school PTO. I do work part-time, and like my sister said, we have a lot going on. We do Special Olympics for my kids. I do have 2 special needs children. So we are constantly on the go, very, very busy.
Yes. And so you have a total of 3 kids.
Yep.
My 2 nephews and my niece. And you also, like you said, you have 2 kids with disabilities. And I think what's really awesome about you and our other sister Kathy is that, and our other sister Melissa, I got a lot of sisters, is that you guys, that you're married, you hold down the fort, you got this huge house, all of you have house, and you got these things you have to run, these kids you've got to run here and there, and you got jobs, and you also have your side business, because our mom raised us to be side hustlers, you know, to kind of dig our way out of the hole and find a way we can have some income coming in from, you know, multiple places. So tell us a little bit about that side of your life.
That side of my life, let's see. I do work part-time, and my side business is a health and wellness business. So I try to find the time in between, you know, running the kids all over the place. My day usually starts about 6:30. I get everybody up, get my husband off to work, get the kids up, fed. I drive carpool also in the morning for the neighborhood. So I'm like a little neighborhood mom. Get them off to school. And then usually what I do is I spend about an hour to work on my social media, my network marketing, messaging people. Actually, that's what I was doing a little bit ago, messaging people. And then I get myself ready for work if I have to go to work, and then I get ready to go pick up the kids. And then, you know, it's all chaos after about 3:00 when everybody comes home.
Your side business, what do you do?
My side business is I Do It Works. There you go.
Let's see. Show us that
right
again.
Here.
Okay.
That one has a bunch of all natural health and wellness products like vitamins, hair care, skin care. It's got the protein, coffee, a little bit of everything to help you, you know, with pretty much any health goal that you're wanting to get to, like controlling your diabetes, controlling your blood pressure, drinking a weight loss coffee.
And how's it helped you? Like what has it helped you as far as achieving your goal so far?
How it's helped me is I belong to a big community of women mostly. There are some men that do it as well, but I belong to a community that's really become my second family, my extended sisters, if you will. They, you know, they encourage each other. We have our own private message called Diamond Bound Babes, which is something that all of us strive for to reach our goal of diamond and beyond.
So are you talking about like financially? It's
financially.
You? Okay.
Financially.
So what about health-wise? How is it helping you?
Health-wise, it made me take a deeper look at myself and how unhealthy I was. I take a look at different pictures of me that I've shared, you know, publicly on Facebook, Instagram, and everything, of just like how big I was, like size 16.
So you've lost some weight during this process. Okay.
Yeah, I've went down to, I'm at a size 10, not my goal weight yet, but it is one of my many goals that I've set for myself. So it's definitely helped me take a look at that and help me be a lot more positive, help keep that depression at bay, which is something that I definitely struggle with.
So do you feel like having this side business and, you know, it's having to do with the health and fitness world is kind of keeping you, you know, your focus off feeling depressed and getting your body back to its natural state, which is healthy, vibrant, energetic. And then also because it's a side business for the financial part of things, you feel like you can take that negative energy and focus it on where it really needs to be, is getting more income in for your family. Yeah.
Getting that feeling of contribution to my household, to my family, helping be that partner for my husband. So not all the financial burden is on him.
Right. Yeah. And then, so let's also talk about the kids. You have 2 kids with disabilities. Like, how does that, first of all, I know that's really hard. I used to work with kids with autism for 5 years. So I know that's already really tough. I can imagine doing it for a very long time. Yeah. But once you realized what you're working with, you really took it by the bull's horns and just kind of were like, okay, I'm going to handle it before it handling me. And I was able to see that. So tell me about that a little bit.
It's definitely one of those things where having a child, actually 2 children with disabilities, it definitely teaches you patience. Is one of the biggest lessons that I've learned. Patience, understanding, really not putting a whole lot of pressure for them to fit in with the mold, for them to adjust to everyone else, letting them have that uniqueness. Both my oldest and my youngest has autism, different severities, different levels, if you will. My oldest, he dances all around. He's been a dancer, and just randomly he'll just bust a move. I know when we first found out that he had autism, it was one of those things that's, a shock. And it put a lot of things into perspective, of all the different things that I did, grunting, pointing, everything like that. And, all the stares that he used to get, or we used to get, out in public. It was just one of those things where, I had to learn to overcome that, because as a mom, you want to be protective of your little cubs, and you want nobody to be harsh, nobody to be mean. But it was one of those things where I would start joining him. Like if he was twirling around, I would get up and twirl around with him, and, not make him feel like that's a bad thing to be stared at in public, just be like, whatever, who cares what anybody else thinks, right. Do you, be unique. With my daughter, we are getting over that hurdle. She's, learning how to be more independent, learning how to brush her teeth by herself. So it's something, your family, being a family of disability, I don't really like that word disability, just differently abled kids, is something different. I mean, we have a different routine. I cook like 3 different lunches, 3 different breakfasts, 3 different dinners every single day. And it's just a way of life for us. Other parents can't imagine doing that. Other parents say, my kid's going to eat whatever I put in front of them. Well, with me and our family, it's one of those things where, I know my kids only eat certain things. And yes, we push them to try new things, but we don't give them punishments or degrade them for not wanting to try new things. We say, okay, you at least smelt it. So that in itself is a big accomplishment.
Right.
Smelling
so
something,
cheerleader for your kids
smelling something or touching something new is exciting for us. And like, it just gives me chills even talking about it, because it is exciting.
And those are huge accomplishments for people that don't really know what it's like to raise any kids with autism. Like, they don't really understand what those huge achievements mean, because it's very hard to compare when you're not really walking in somebody else's shoes that are going through that. So or if you're seeing it. So so tell me also, like, tell me about your goals. Like, what are your now goals?
My now goals are obviously, as a mom, my now goals are to help my daughter be more independent.
And how old is she?
She is 7. She'll be 8 this year. Our goal by the end of the year is to have her be able to take a shower by herself, which sounds like kind of a weird goal, but
That's totally understandable. For sure.
To be able to take a shower by herself, to brush her teeth by herself, and teach her the times that she should be eating. Because one thing with her is she doesn't have that correlation in between her brain and her stomach that tells her when she's hungry. So we have to prompt her, say, hey, it's breakfast time, you need to eat. And she fights with us. Lunchtime, hey, it's lunchtime, you need to eat. Dinner time, hey, it's lunch, dinner. So that's a major goal as a mom for her. For my middle child, my son, just spending more time with him, because I feel like sometimes he gets neglected because we're focusing a lot of our attention on the two with the different abilities, that sometimes he does get left out. So just having that mom and son time with him. And then for our oldest, still working on independence and his fine motor skills. Business wise, what my goals are is to get back to where I was prior to our brother's death. I was making about the same money that I am making working part-time for a company. I was making that every single month with my side business. Once our brother Richard passed, my side business took a backseat. I put everything on hold. I put my life on hold. So I would like to get back to that point or higher by the end of this year.
Good. And it's good to have that goal to focus on, especially when you go through such a big tragic event in your life, that you have something that can literally, jump in, pull you out of whatever darkness you're in and get you back on your feet and back going again. So, all right, awesome. And what are your health goals?
My health goals is, okay, I'm not a weight loss number person, so I would never put a weight loss goal. My clothing size, which I think for me, when I feel the sexiest, because I am a larger girl and I have curves, I don't want to lose my curves. My clothing goal would be to a size 8. For me, when I look at pictures of myself, a size 8 is when I felt the sexiest. When I look at pictures, I look the sexiest to myself. I wouldn't want to be smaller than a size 8. Other health goals of mine is to get my migraines more under control, to make better choices food-wise.
Yes. Yeah.
Because that is something that I do struggle with, is food-wise, because, like I stated, we have several different people in the house, kids and stuff that, they have their certain foods that they eat, and I tend to backslide and eat their foods when I know that that's not
the best choice for me. Right. So, okay, cool. I think that's really good goals. And I love the fact that I'm really into health and fitness. So I will do everything I can to help you while I'm here visiting, because I'm visiting my sister for a few weeks. And this morning we did 1.6 miles, and we're going to really commit to it every day this week. Even when she gets off work, we'll find some time to do it. And we'll help each other, because I've got my own goals as well. And you can help me with those goals, and, I can help you with your goals. So I think that's the best part, which leads me to my next question. How do you find, or where do you find time for you? Your personal, exciting things to do?
My personal time. So me and my husband, we've been together for 18 years this year. So we kind of know each other when we need that personal space. So we've kind of worked out a system with each other where if he needs a break, he usually just tells me, babe, I need to go to the car wash. That's like his break. When I need my personal space, I go watch movies. That's something we've done since we were little kids.
Yeah.
And that's always been my solace time. I will go to the movies by myself. I'll treat myself to a movie, go treat myself to the whole shebang, lunch, movies, maybe a beer. And or I'll just do some shopping.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Walmart trips. Walmart trips, Ross trips, Target trips.
So a lot of things I like to end, because we're going to come up to an end right now, is we're going to close this podcast down. Thank you for sharing everything you did today. Okay. Last two questions are, the first question before the last is, how do you feel sexy in your own skin from where you're at right now?
How do I feel sexy? My husband actually makes me feel really sexy. No matter what size I'm at, no matter what I look like, he always tells me I'm beautiful. And it's a really big confidence booster when he tells me I'm beautiful, or when he texts me something like, "Good morning, beautiful. I hope you have a great day." And to me, I mean, when I look at myself, I know that I have a man that loves me, and he truly, honestly, without a doubt, makes me feel beautiful and sexy.
Okay, so maybe the question should be, how do we get a man like your man?
Well, I won't say that on camera.
Oh, Lord. Okay. So my final question is, because, I do share this now with every podcast I've done after our brother's death, which was last summer. He died, he shot himself, and it was a shock to everybody. And I like to ask all my guests, what advice do you have out there for anybody who's maybe feeling depressed, going through a hard time, maybe feeling like they're unworthy of this life? What advice or suggestions do you have for anybody feeling like that?
What I would tell my brother, I guess that's the easiest way for me to put it into perspective, is I would say, and it sounds cliche, but dude, just spend time with the people that you love, especially when you're feeling that negativeness or those feelings of worthless or unloved. Get your ass up and go and be with somebody that you love, your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, your aunties, uncles, cousins, pick your favorite person in the world, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Pick your favorite person in the world and just freaking go out. Yeah. Or animal.
If you don't have anybody in your life that you love.
Yeah.
Just even an animal. Could even be nature, if nature is that thing that you love.
Go for a hike. Go working out. Get that. What is it called? The serotonin?
Yeah, boost
flowing.
Yeah.
Boost that serotonin. Just find something that you love, an activity, a person, and go and do it. Don't think about it. Just do it.
Yeah.
And definitely don't be by yourself, and have, if you go through those depression states often, maybe have a depression buddy. Somebody that you make a pact with and you agree with, if they call you or you call them, you're going to be for them no matter what,
Right. Definitely. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. And if you have any questions for Mitsie, you can find her on, if she wants to tell you.
You can find me on Facebook, Mitsie Montijo. Yeah.
If they want to know anything about It Works, where do they find that?
You can go to mitsiemontijo.com. It's MITSIEMONTIJO.com.
Yeah.
Yay.
All right. Thank you for joining us. You can find me, Helen, at sexyfreedom.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Sexy Freedom Media, and on Instagram, Sexy Freedom Media. All right. Love you all. Thank you for joining in.
Bye.
And we'll talk to you on our next one.
Yes.
Thanks.